All right, comment section. It's time to pump the brakes for a minute. Let's talk about a follow-up. My Lord, you guys are passionate. I cannot believe the response that a video I posted less than 24 hours ago has had. Hello, everybody. Welcome into HamShackTV. I'm your host, Josh, A4WX. Yesterday, I posted a video about, could this be the end of ham radio licenses? And you guys have responded. Lord have mercy. We're going to get into some of those responses in a few minutes. This video is brought to you by BetterSafeRadio.com. BetterSafeRadio.com has great HTs for both GMRS and ham radio. Go check out my friends at BetterSafeRadio.com. And if you use my coupon code AA4WX7 at checkout, you'll get an extra 7% off any purchase greater than $100. So let's get in and talk about what we've seen here. Crazy response to this video. So little background on the video. We had received a press release from FCC Chairman Brendan Carr yesterday about how DOGE has now affected the FCC, and they are beginning to do a look at the entire agency for deregulation. They are wanting to deregulate and free up a lot of the rules that the FCC has. Well, you guys have responded. This is by far the most popular video that I have ran on this channel. Take a look at this. 8,048 views within the last 17 hours. Insane. Completely insane. And I want to go over some of the comments with you here because if I'm just being honest about it, some of these comments are crazy, if I'm being completely honest about it. You're reading too, Joel says you're reading too much into this. I don't think they're going to change amateur radio licensing, especially they don't really do any of the testing anymore. That is not true whatsoever. They do test for ham radio licenses, though, so your comment's invalid. Sorry about that. Licensing, Overlanding Paradise says licensing should be remained, but all the technical tests should be removed, including different license levels, make it much more like a GMRS. Now, that's a very popular opinion with you guys so far, so I'm not quite surprised to see that sentiment. And guys, get down in the comments and let me know what your thoughts are on that. I don't know how I stand on that. I had to earn my extra class license, and I would hate for it to be the equivalent value of a GMRS license. Would it be good for the hobby? That's marginal. It depends on who you ask whether it would be good for the hobby or not, because frankly, yes, it would add more. It would certainly add more people to the ham radio waves, but again, would it turn into Channel 19 on CB radio, with just trash? No offense to any of CBers, but would that be what would end up happening? That's a good question. It's very likely that that's the situation that we would have. Let's go back to some more comments here. Daryl Beard says, oh yes, let's deregulate ham radio. As we all know, it has worked out so well for CB. I think this is tongue-in-cheek, y'all. I've seen so many changes since I got my ticket in 1982 until now. I'm only afraid it's a matter of time before something like this happens. This idea is not good. I would tend to agree. We do not need to open up the amateur bands. It'll sound like, what is it, 7.400, 7.300? No offense to you guys that hang out out there, but y'all don't follow Part 97 at all. Sorry. Can't ID, you use crap language on the radio. Sorry, you guys probably shouldn't have your licenses either, but it would be the wild west if this happened. Brocherlieb, I'm sure I'm reading that wrong, says, as a new licensee, I think when we project our presence into the world, including the homes of neighbors, training and how to do it safely and respectfully is important. if we allow people to buy all the radio they can afford and project all the, I think it's supposed to be project all the RF into the world, we're asking for trouble. Intelligent levels of regulation make more sense than a wide open RF showdown. Good points here. I am sort of new to ham radio, pretty much lean libertarian when it comes to government. However, if they remove ham licensing, I feel it would be tragic, and ham radio would go the way of CV, not good. So a lot of sentiments that if we remove licensing or modified licensing to be like GMRS, it would be the wild, wild west, and we would have other issues. This comment right here just pisses me off. I mean, pisses me off. Phil Wood 70 or 9760. Don't you just hate clickbait? Folks, this is not clickbait. This is real world possibilities. When you have President Trump and Doge going through here and eliminating federal positions like crazy, what's not possible? I will be completely transparent here. Yes, I do lean to the right side of the aisle. But again, as I said with the National Weather Service video a few weeks ago, are we going too far? Are we moving too fast? That's some of the concerns we've had. It is entirely possible for President Trump to do whatever he wants with executive orders. And some of you have commented, about the Congress would have to be involved in this. And indeed they would. However, let me remind you, both sides of the aisle are controlled by Republicans. It's likely that they would lean with whatever President Trump wants. So keep that in the back of your mind. This is, I can't make everybody happy. I'm very aware that I can't keep everybody happy. But the deal is, if we open it up to everybody that can pay a $35 fee, it's going to devalue what all of us have worked for many, many years. You know, it took me 13 years to get my extra class license. Some of you have spent hours and hours and hours and weeks and weeks and weeks and just to pass your technician test. And I completely support you in that. It's a dangerous situation what could happen. Again, to be completely transparent, there was nothing in the press release yesterday that said this would happen to ham radio. But who controls ham radio? The FCC. On top of that, some of you are saying that the IARU/ITU would not allow this stuff. Guess what? How many times has President Trump talked about getting out of NATO or NAFTA or any of the World Health Organization? Our president doesn't care about anything other than the United States. And you got to get that through your heads. Whatever President Trump wants, President Trump's going to get. Republican-controlled Supreme Court, Republican-controlled House, Republican-controlled Senate, and clearly Republican-controlled executive branch. You all need to realize this. Again, broadly, I do like President Trump. I voted for him. I will 100% admit of it. And guys, in the comments, I saw somebody called me a Trumper. Screw y'all. You can call me whatever you want. I can choose to vote on whichever side of the aisle I want. And you can too. And I respect your right. But there's no need for you to come into my comment section and be disrespectful about it at all. What I'm doing is giving you all the news of what is going on with this. So I'm going to keep a closer eye on this, guys. I appreciate y'all watching, and sorry to get on my soapbox here. So many of you are new to the channel, and I really appreciate y'all being here. We're growing rapidly, so rapidly it's not even funny, and I can't be more grateful. Guys, appreciate you watching. Don't forget, check out bettersaferadio.com. Bettersaferadio.com. They have a great selection of GMRS and HT radios available to you. Go check them out. Bettersaferadio.com and use coupon code AA4WX7 at checkout. You'll get an additional 7% off their great prices with a purchase greater than $100. Guys, that's it for now. Probably the last video for the week. We will be at the Sevier County Hamfest for the next stop on the HamShackTV Hamfest tour, fueled by Ham Radio Prep and World Radio League this Saturday. We'll see you then. 73's AA4WX WSEB 693.